Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an air sign. Basically motivated by intellectual concepts and social ideals. Recharges energy through social involvement and intellectual stimulation. The Sun in the Signs, Interpretive Guidelines. Sun in Aquarius. Creative energy is directed towards society's welfare and theoretical concepts, especially through innovation. Radiates friendly, people-oriented mental energy, often with a tinge of extremism. Urge to be and to create is colored by freedom, eccentricity, and experimentation. Essentially values humanity and the world of the intellect, with the need to find what's right or true. Expression of individuality can be deterred by self-effacement, overconcentration on duty, or aimless rebellion. The Moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon's sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in fire signs. Reacts to changing experiences with direct action and enthusiasm. Feels comfortable when expressing confidence and strength. Sign position of the moon. How one reacts based on subconscious predisposition. Moon in Sagittarius. Reacts enthusiastically and idealistically based on beliefs and philosophy. Inner contentment felt when aspiring toward or promoting one's ideals, or when progressing toward one's future goals. Subconscious predisposition to question, to search for meaning, an innate, broad-minded, tolerant, buoyant attitude toward life. Feels comfortable when exploring, traveling, being outdoors, and loves a sense of freedom. Orientation toward emotional beliefs can lead to gullibility, arrogance, fanaticism, or a pretentious preachiness. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Sagittarius. Wants to feel free to roam. Restless and lacking in continuity. Needs fixed signs to anchor them. Philosophical. Friendly and optimistic. Wants to help others, but forgets. If afflicted to Jupiter, too extravagant. Faults are those of overdoing, not underdoing. Keen love of sports if aspected to Mars. The gamblers of life. Not apt to have many close friends, but many acquaintances. A feeling for religious philosophy, but not dogma and creed. Loves to roam. Needs to learn to think before speaking. In a male chart, will attract a freedom-loving female. Direct and talkative. Sun-Moon Alchemy. The elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarius, 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. The fire-air type is a real live wire, full of exciting ideas and able to communicate them with tremendous zeal, which impresses and persuades everyone around them. If taken to the extreme, this makes this individual full of bluster and bombast, long-winded and prone to be carried away by his own rhetoric and eloquence. Others may also be carried away, as he tends to have lots of joie de vivre, cleverness, and charisma. Noel Coward, Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Gemini, expresses the wit and impatience of this combination well. I write at high speed because boredom is bad for my health. Indeed, boredom is something this type usually shuns and can avoid because they think and live at such a fast pace. If the sun is in air and the moon is in fire, the effect is rather like that of a hot air balloon, a beautiful way to travel that takes you way up into the giddy heights. So likewise, this type tends to be a utopian idealist, seeing ever more distant sunny shores to which the human race may travel, loftier vistas and wider horizons. Alternatively, if this type gets on a high horse, they can be very moralistic, quote-unquote knowing exactly what is good for us. Shadow side. This type is a potential visionary, but visionaries need earthiness in order to bring ideas to fruition. The fire-air individual can be impractical and may exhaust himself with his intense sociability and the generation of stimulating ideas and new risks. If he remains in the realm of impersonal possibilities, he becomes cut off from body and the more mundane but essential needs of human life. And without emotional vulnerability, they miss out on real intimacy. Relationships. Fire-air types are so mentally active and gregarious, so keen to understand and to share their understanding, that they rarely play the role of the loner in the crowd. Their interests drive them on, and when they get to their destination, they meet and strike up conversations and relationships with other interesting mavericks. In a relationship, they need intellectual rapport and plenty of freedom to pursue their own interests. They may often be out of touch with their feelings and emotional needs, and an earth-water type can help remind them that they are, in fact, human. There is a kind of restlessness, eternal youthfulness about the fire-air type. They may often be out of touch with their feelings and emotional needs, and an earth-water type can help remind them that they are, in fact, human, earth and water being the opposite of air and fire. There's a kind of restless, eternal youthfulness about the fire-air type, which is very appealing. But without the challenges of serious relationship, they can remain somewhat emotionally immature and superficial. Male versus female. The extroverted, enthusiastic, and argumentative qualities of this type are applauded in males, whilst females of this type tend to be seen as masculine and intimidating. Female fire-air types tend not to settle for traditional roles that limit their potential, and are therefore often at the cutting edge of social change. Both males and females of this type lead pacey lives to some extent, and can often live by their wits and land themselves at opportunity's doorstep with the greatest of ease. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Sagittarius, the aesthete. While academically inclined, you think that experience is the best teacher, and that results in the best kind of knowledge. You prefer to learn and create your own worlds and ideals, instead of relying on the established or the academic. You have a desire for exploring the globe, especially when you were young and your desire for independence reached its summit. Settling down and utilizing your talents does not come easily. The hardest choice for you is to give actual expression to some of those visions of the future by focusing your talents in a single direction. You are tolerant and fond of the unusual, as well as the very sufficient and imaginative. You enjoy the theoretical and the philosophical, and you are a deep thinker. Your combination can result in the irresponsible drifter, happy to roam from one new experience to the other, always trying new things but never learning anything. Inspiration is the essence of your being, but regrettably, yours is not always in the realm of practical reality. You get bored with the old, and you always look for innovation and exploration. There are many dilettantes in the unique combination of Aquarius Sagittarius. You are admirable and meticulous, but any obligation to study or work too frequently feels like a burden. This makes it extremely hard for you to develop the control and commitment necessary to accomplish anything meaningful. You attract people to you because of your positive viewpoint and your informal, irreverent manner. Because you are eccentric, some may believe you a bit odd, like all Aquarians. Furthermore, some of your more alternative interests may seem a little bizarre to the majority of people. You are not especially interested in the mainstream or conventional. Because you prefer it that way, you will always choose your own way. You are a dreamer and a romantic in matters of the heart. Furthermore, your inquisitiveness relative to the opposite sex is endless. Consequently, you will surely have a lot of affairs. Your independent nature is commendable and attests to your courage, but it is important for you to understand how to adapt to life's realities. The rebelliousness may last late into life, and finally, all that nonconformity may seem like it was just self-interest. There is little you cannot achieve if you can learn to check that propensity. Members of your combination include Charles Lindbergh, Charles Dickens, and Mozart. The Sagittarius moon can raise up the original imagination and innovation of Aquarius and bring about a very creative and groundbreaking individual. That is possible in politics, the arts, or the sciences. Notes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign, Moon Sign. Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Sagittarius. Your greatest strengths. Ability to see the broad view. Intellectual speed and agility. Philosophical resilience. Optimism. Love of learning. Natural ability to teach and inspire others. Humanitarian heart and an outrageous sense of humor. Your greatest weaknesses. Tendency to rationalize and make sweeping generalizations. A rather austere moral fervor. Impatience with mundane details and the restrictions of domestic life. Proneness to preach when advancing your pet causes. Tendency to be tactless, blunt, and unaware of the subtleties of social intercourse. Images for integration. A distinguished sociology professor throws a fancy dress party for her best friends. Indiana Jones founds a new university in the heart of the jungle. Alice in Wonderland.